Are you, sir? Your
Good.
Honor?
How are you, Mr. Hawkins?
Good. Nice to
Fine.
see you both.
Good morning.
Let me get my thing set here. Well, I guess I don't have to have it set. All righty. Gentlemen, are you both ready?
Yes, sir.
I'm
All
also.
right. And Ms. Chilla, are you ready?
I am. Thank you, Your Honor.
Very good. All right. So let me find the case. All righty. We're here on in the Court of Claims, Robinson and Associates, docket 23-160. And we're here to discuss attorney fees and costs arising out of this FOIA case. I've read everything. There's not a whole lot to discuss, but I'm happy to hear your arguments. So, Mr. Hawkins, why don't you go ahead?
Your Honor, I think I've spoken through my documentation and response. I'm going to leave it to the discretion of the court. Yeah, we're just seeking attorney fees and costs for work and service provided.
And how much time are you requesting in regards to this hearing?
Judge, that was 3 additional hours. 3 additional hours.
And all right, Mr. Weir.
Your Honor, the only point I want to add, I guess, and supplement to my initial briefing is Mr. Hawkins asserts in his response that he should be awarded somewhere between 300 to 350 per hour based on the Gratiot County economic survey results from last year. I think what's important is we have to keep in mind both the locality of practice, but also the subject matter. Here it's municipal law since we're dealing with FOIA. And based on the same market survey and municipal law, I'm looking at page 8 of the 2023 Economics of Law Survey. The 75th percentile of attorneys who practice municipal law charge $250 an hour. We proposed in our brief, as the court's aware, that Mr. Hawkins be awarded $275 an hour. So I think when you look at both the locality and the subject matter of practice, the state's position is, I think, very reasonable in terms of what should be awarded in this case. So that's the only, I guess, additional point that I wanted to add for the court's reference. And then the only other thing I would like to note, Judge, is Mr. Hawkins in his response requests, I think, for 16.8 hours. Obviously, 3 hours was struck because of the unnecessary travel time in the state's view to the Gratiot County Circuit Court to file the initial complaint. And then he conceded that 1 additional hour would be struck since it predated the alleged FOIA violation. So total amount of hours we should be looking at, if my math adds up, is 12.8 hours, which includes the 3 hours he is asserting in terms of preparing for today's hearing and preparing a response. So with that, Judge, I think that's everything that I have that I just wanted to note for the record.
Yeah, so the only thing I'm confused about here, Mr. Hawkins, is the 3 hours the 16.8 is reduced to 12.8. Is there another 3 hours or is it included?
No, Judge. So restate that. I want to make sure I'm clear. So the original summary minus the 3. I'm sorry, in addition to the 3, what I thought with my math took me up to the 16 or 15.8. Wouldn't that? Let me see. I got it.
I think, Your Honor, if I may add, the original, and I'm looking at the itemized summary of services that was attached to our Mr. Hawkins' response to my motion for summary. He initially claimed 13.8.
Right.
Okay. Claiming an additional 3 today. So that puts us at 16.8. The state shaved off 3 hours for the travel time to Gratiot County. So that would put us at 13.8. And then another hour was shaved off because it predated the FOIA violation. So that's how I got to 12.8, just to explain my math to everyone.
Okay, so you're at 12.8, and Mr. Hawkins, how many total hours do you think you're entitled to?
I would say 15.8 based on the 3, Judge, is what I would say.
Okay, very good. Okay, before ruling, I just noticed something odd. I was looking at the 2023 economic survey. I don't know if either of you caught this. I realize you're busier. But under the hourly billing rates, I think there's a mistake. It says solo practitioner office outside of home. and it says the 25th percentile is 300 and the median is 250, which of course it can't be because the median has to be higher. I think those numbers are reversed most likely.
Okay.
And of course the 75th is 350 and the 95th is 475. So I've reviewed all of the numbers in relation to locality, years in practice, status as a solo practitioner, and I believe that the appropriate baseline is $325 an hour. And I agree, we've struck those 3 hours, and I don't know what the other hour is, but I'll take your word for it that that was struck, and that takes you to 12.8. And Mr. Hawkins, I'll give you another, let me think. You filed another pleading after our last motion hearing, I think. So, and some time today. So I'm going to give you 2 hours on top of that. So that makes it 14.8. I've also reviewed the, and in terms of costs, before I forget, the driving time was dropped, and I'm also dropping the mileage since that was unnecessary. But the post office and filing fees will be awarded, and it looks to me that that's $22.09 in postage and $175 in court costs. So I've reviewed the Smith factors to go back to that. They're not terribly relevant, I think, here. It's a straightforward matter. The difficulty of the case, well, it wasn't terribly difficult. The results were what was sought. It wasn't a whole lot of stuff, but nevertheless, it was a full result. Expenses were modest, and the rest, I don't think it certainly doesn't justify an increase, and I don't think it justifies a decrease either. So what I'd like to, unless there's any questions, what I'd like you to do is, can you put together a stipulated order, at least stipulated as to form, if you still want to preserve a disagreement for appeal, indicating that those are the costs, the 175 and the 2209, and that the total hours are, as I stated, I think 14.8 at $325 per hour. I will be leaving the bench at the conclusion of Friday this week. So if you could please get that to me before then, sooner the better. I'll be happy to sign it. If not, you'll have to have my successor sign it, and I'll let her know about it in the event for some reason it doesn't get done.
It will get done.
Anything
Your Honor.
else?
Thank you very much. Thank you, Judge. We'll get her done. Thank you.
All right.
We should have it to you today, Judge.
Pardon me?
I said, I think we should have it to you today.
Okay, wonderful. That
So-
would be great. All right.
Okay.
Thank you both. I appreciate you coming.
Thank you,
So
Judge.
are you retiring or are you just going fishing?
I'm retiring. I'm turning 70 this year, and sadly, the time has come.
Well, congratulations to you, and I wish you a very long and healthy retirement.
Thank you very much. All right. Then we'll conclude this hearing, and thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, Judge.
All right. Thanks, Brian. All right. Have a good day.